There is a photograph that lives in the memory of anyone who followed Spanish football in the mid-2000s. A boy, barely old enough to drive, pulling on the same shirt Ronaldinho wore, running at defenders in the Camp Nou floodlights as if the weight of the world hadn't found him yet. It had. It just hadn't shown. Bojan Krikic was born in 1990, and from the moment he arrived in La Masia, Barcelona's famed academy, he moved differently. At 17 years and 40 days, he became the youngest player to score for Barcelona's first team, breaking a record that had stood since a teenager named Lionel Messi set it. The comparisons were instant, enormous, and utterly suffocating. Spain called him. Offers came from the richest clubs in Europe. His face appeared on magazine covers before he had sat a final school exam. The world did not ask if he was ready. It simply assumed he was. And then, quietly, it began to unravel. Bojan later spoke openly about what was building beneath the surface during those years. Panic attacks so severe that stepping onto a pitch became an act of courage rather than joy. Anxiety that arrived without warning and left him paralyzed in moments the outside world would never see. He was carrying the pressure of being the next Messi at an age when most teenagers are still figuring out who they are. In 2011, he left Barcelona for Roma, then moved to AC Milan, Ajax, and Stoke City, clubs that were genuinely good, but none of them the stage the world had written for him. In 2014, a serious knee injury at Stoke stripped another year from his story. He kept playing Montreal Impact, Alaves, Vissel Kobe in Japan, Deportivo de La Coruña, quietly, professionally, without the fanfare that had once followed him everywhere. He retired in 2023, not in disgrace, not forgotten by those who knew what he had carried. Bojan Krikic never became the player the world demanded he be. He became something rarer, a man who survived what that world put on a boy's shoulders and lived to talk about it honestly. Sometimes that is the greater victory. If this story stayed with you, take a second to subscribe. A new one drops every week.